Now dear students, we will learn that how we can declare an array and initialize that array in our loop function. Loops we have already studied in our loop section. So first of all, just let's remove this. We don't need any of this content. So over here, let's just save this, and let's say we are going to declare array of data type int, and we will write the data type, then the name. Let's say the name of the array is n, and let's give the array size as 10, and at the end we will write this semicolon. So what I have done over here is that I have just declared the array of size 10 and 10 integers. So in this way we have just declared the integer type array. So in order to initialize this, let's say if you want to initialize this array, initialization means that on each location of the array there should be some value. So let's say for initialization we are going to initialize this array with the value of 0. For that, let's say we have already studied our for loop in our loop section. So we are going to write over here int, and we are going to say, let's say I is equal to 0, the initialization. Then we are going to run this loop for I is less than 10, and after that we are going to increase the value by 1, and in this curly braces we are going to write the code that will be executed for 10 times. So over here what we are going to do is that we are going to say n, and then we are going to write I, and that we are going to say is equal to 0, and then a semicolon. So let's do that. Serial.println. What we are going to print? We are going to print the array like this. So let's save this. So now what will happen that when this loop runs, when on the first case when I is equal to 0, over here I will be 0. So n at 0, in the square brackets we actually specify the index of the array. So n array at 0 index will be a given value of 0. Then it will be printed on the serial monitor. In the next loop, when the loop runs for the second time, I will increase to a value of 1. Over here it will be a 1. Then the value of n at 1 index will be assigned a value of 0 at 1 index of the array n, and then it will be printed again on the serial monitor. So first of all, let's serial.begin at 9600, and let's just save this and let's run the simulation. So you can see that we have over here 0 0 0 initialized on all the locations of this array. So you can count that we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and 10 zeros. Like let's say if you don't want to initialize all the array for 0, let's say if you want to initialize it with the value of 10, then you can do this by just you have to specify 10 at that position, and when we run the simulation you can see that the array is initialized with the value of 10. So in this way you can initialize your initialize your array using loop function. So let's stop this, let's save this, and let's run the simulation. You can see that in this way you can easily initialize your array. So hopefully you have understood that how you can declare an array, how you can initialize your array,